Hey everybody, it's Matty here with Altcoin Buzz and hope you're doing well on this Tuesday. Okay, so today, just to get a snapshot of the market before we get into news, I'm going to lay out what projects are successful, which ones are still riding the waves that we discussed yesterday. After that, we're actually going to get into a very niche topic. We're going to look at cryptocurrency and taxes from a few different perspectives. We'll give you guys some tips and direct you to some resources that may be beneficial. We're also going to take a look at the differences between some of the acronyms out here in the space. IPO, ICO, ISO, STO. Do you ever scratch your head in confusion? Because there are a lot of them to keep up with and it can be difficult. There's also some more positivity in terms of what the big various crypto industry leaders believe in terms of blockchain and what's going to happen this year in 2019. And finally, we'll end off on some good news and some chatter that's happening. Talks between IBM and Stellar. There are some rumors about cross-border payment announcements that may be upcoming. But let's start here with a look at the markets. Things are kind of flat since yesterday. I thought, to be honest, we'd get a bigger pump out of XRP. Given that it was listed on Coinbase Pro, the news just hit us yesterday. And you can see that, yes, there is a nice reaction there, but it's only up 6.5%. A little bit surprising. I thought the reaction would have been a little bit more hysterical. What does surprise me is that Engine Coin is still up. Of course, we covered this in yesterday's news video. If you've not checked it out, you may want to do so. Up over 90% in the last 24 hours. And check this out, up nearly 160% over the course of the last week, sitting at just about 9 cents flat. So Engine continues to do really well off of those, at this time anyway, off of those rumors about integration with the Samsung Galaxy S10. So that's where we're sitting at currently. A bunch of other projects here that are also doing well, as you can see. But let's get into the meat of today's video discussion with this article on cryptoglobe.com and 5 things to know about cryptocurrency taxes before tax season. This may help you out. So point number 1, it's important to note that cryptocurrency trades and sales are taxable. The US's IRS wants cryptocurrency traders to report all of their individual trades and sales of cryptocurrency. That's why when we've talked about this in the past, it's always been our recommendation to diligently record everything you do. Record every purchase, record every swap, record every sale. Give it timestamps, really back it up. Make sure you are data rich in terms of the way you are tracking your cryptocurrency activity. It's going to make things easier for you in the future. Point number 2, not paying crypto-related taxes can lead to huge fines. In certain places, not paying your crypto taxes is considered tax fraud, and that can lead to a maximum prison sentence of 5 years or a $250,000 fine. So don't let that happen. Point number 3, there are 2 types of cryptocurrency taxes. In the US, capital gains taxes can be long or short term. Long term applies to cryptocurrencies that were held for over a year before being sold, while short term applies to cryptos sold after being held for less than a year. That's a very important distinction when it comes time to defining and categorizing them for tax purposes. Point number 4, miners are not exempt. So far, we've seen cryptocurrency traders and investors have to pay taxes on cryptocurrency gains. Notably, miners aren't exempt either, as cryptos earned by security networks are subject to income taxes qualified as self-employment. And finally, number 5, there are tools out there to help. Tracking every single trade one has made over the course of a year can seem daunting. And if cryptocurrency traders or investors also mine, then dealing with cryptocurrency taxes may be a huge burden. So you can use tools that you may want to consider like BitTaxer, which supports most major cryptocurrency exchanges, and it's designed for both individuals and CPAs. As per its website, BitTaxer automatically keeps its users compliant with the IRS's guidelines about cryptocurrency taxation. So if that's something that you could benefit from, the link is here in this article. And similarly here on altcoinbuzz.io, cryptocurrency tax keeping simplified. This is an article that was submitted by our guest author, John. So the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, has released guidelines surrounding general tax principles that apply on transactions made using cryptocurrencies. That was back in 2013. The guidelines state that the IRS treats all virtual currencies as property for tax purposes. This puts cryptocurrencies in the same bracket as stocks, where you need to pay taxes when you sell and make a profit. So John provides some tips on how we can all save money with our crypto taxes, provided we address different aspects in the right way. For one, you got to think long term. If you plan to invest in cryptocurrencies, it's important that you look at investing for more than a year. As we defined previously, you have the short term, under a year, and long term crypto tax brackets. You can also turn losses into tax savings. What happens when your crypto investment results in losses? Well, in such a scenario, you may use the loss you incur to offset your tax liability through gains from other trades, from the sale of any other type of property, or even income from your regular job. The IRS lets you deduct up to $3,000 against regular income. Convert to a fiat currency. When you sell a virtual currency and end up making a profit, set money aside in a fiat currency. Converting to a fiat currency gives you easy means to determine your capital gains. As we mentioned before, keep detailed records. Make sure you're logging everything, buys, swaps, sells. It's going to be important for you down the road, and you will reward yourself by being judicious and diligent in your data keeping. A couple of other tips you may want to consider are gifting and even hiring an accountant to help you out if you need it. In conclusion, the taxes that your crypto investments attract depend on various factors such as the amount you invest as well as the duration through which you remain invested. While saving some money on your crypto taxes is possible, seeking assistance from a professional might work best for you. So thanks to our author, John, for coming in as a guest writer. He works with iCompareFX, which is a website that lets its users compare the world's leading overseas money transfer companies across different parameters, and it gives them access to special offers as well. If you want to check out iCompareFX, here it is. We're going to link to it, of course, in the description below. Now here is a very detailed article by Deepika that's asking what is the difference between IPO, ICO, ISO, and STO. We're not really going to get into a major discussion about any of them here, but to summarize, growth or expansion of any business requires capital investment. If the project is capital intensive, chances of raising the entire capital from your own pockets is not a feasible option. So generally speaking, many companies raise capital from external sources by conducting an ICO, IPO, ISO, or STO. Let's take a look at what these all are. I will define them briefly here, but after that, you're going to have to go in and read about this in more detail because it is a lengthy article. So initial public offering, that is IPO. That's the standard old school way, well, not old school way, but that's the customary way outside the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency that basically public offerings are made and are issued. Fast forwarding to the ICO, I'm sure many of you know about this. The ICO is the crypto spin on the IPO. It is the initial coin offering. And the major differences between the ICO and the IPO are an ICO does not give token owners ownership of the company. The ICO participants receive a token equivalent of their investment in the project. The duration of an ICO is often very short. Like certain IPOs where the purchase is limited only to institutional investors, ICOs can be purchased by anyone. And ICOs are completely unregulated right now and do not require the creation of legal documents like prospectus to go public. An STO, by contrast, is a security token offering. And you can take a look here at the differences between an STO and an ICO. You can also look at the differences between an STO and an IPO. And finally, we have ISO, which is initial securities offering. They're commonly known as ISOs. They are security tokens on the blockchain. ISO and IPO are quite similar, but ISOs are more like a token, but not like an ICO utility token. If you can benefit by brushing up more on your crypto and blockchain terminology, if you'd like to study these acronyms in more detail, check out Deepika's article here for more information on the difference between these four investment classes. And briefly, let's take a look here on CryptoGlobe.com at what various crypto industry leaders believe blockchain has in store for this year, 2019. So LD Capital founder Lihua Yi noted that this year he believes, quote, blockchain technology will be more active in comparison to the second half of 2018. He added, quote, funds will experience polarization, meaning professional funds will improve while non-performing ones will be eliminated. The number of well-performed funds will decrease by 90%. Oof. Ultrain co-founder Rui Guo has said that many new market segments will merge in the blockchain industry, with some of them being, quote, the commercial public chain and the traditional public chain. Out of these, he added 2 or 3 are set to, quote, help solve decentralizations and TPS, transactions per second, performance issues. Guo predicted public blockchain, quote, may be adopted in many industries, including new retails, logistics, medical care, games, and energy, and the financial industry. VeChain co-founder Sunny Liu said that large-scale adoption of blockchain technology is, quote, inevitable, and blockchain applications will be used in all aspects of our life. Qtum founder Chu Shai said the industry development in 2019 will be relatively calm. At the end of 2019, the industry digital assets will hopefully reach $200 billion again. On the 31st of December 2019, price of Bitcoin should be somewhere between $4,500 and $5,000 USD. Quite a modest prediction. And finally, you have Tsinghua University School of Economics and Management PhD supervisor Mei Luo, who also had some modest predictions, said that market participants, she concluded, will be more rational this year and Bitcoin's price will move between about $3,000 and $6,000 US. Let us know if you agree with some of those predictions. I think the first couple were pretty optimistic. The last couple were extremely modest, a little bit too modest for my liking. However, if that is the case, you guys know me, Maddie's just going to keep accumulating. However, I think things will go a little bit higher given all that's happening behind the scenes and the infrastructure that's being laid out. Finally, today in this piece of news, guys, we're going to briefly touch on IBM news. An executive talks about cross-border payment announcement with Stellar. Article here by Luke. So this executive has revealed details about the company's new cross-border payments solution and its growing relationship with the Stellar blockchain. Earlier this week, during the IBM Think 2019 conference, an IBM executive has hinted at a cross-border payment announcement that includes the Stellar blockchain. We're talking about Jesse Lund, IBM's VP for Blockchain Solutions. He shared some interesting news during the 2019 conference in San Francisco. According to Lund, IBM is about to announce a new product which allows payments, quote, from anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world. And in an interview on the Daily Exchange, Lund revealed that the official announcement will come in a few weeks and said, quote, I'll be keynoting a major event in Singapore with my friend, Stellar founder, Jed McCaleb. We'll be talking about a special announcement about the product and what it includes. He also said, quote, we hope to have within 3 to 5 years hundreds of endpoints, hundreds of operators providing access, enabling us to have global coverage, the ability to send money from any place in the world to any place in the world. Well, guys, let's bookmark this for now. I don't think IBM is the kind of company to overpromise and underdeliver. So this is actually very direct language coming from their VP of the blockchain division. Interesting. Let's come back to it in a few weeks. If you are a fan of Stellar, hey, not financial advice, but it's always better to buy the rumor and sell the news. So interesting. Let's keep an eye on this and see what happens. In the meantime, everybody, a little bit of a slower news day today, but still a lot going on. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels to keep up. Check out our website as well, altcoinbuzz.io, as well as this website here if you want to keep up to speed with Engine and its developments along with Samsung. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. Our last couple of videos are somewhere here for you to check out if you're interested. And don't forget, I wish you only the very best of luck if you choose to invest, but have a wonderful Tuesday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.